My name is Karen Hoffman. I moved to LA about 3.5 years ago from Chicago, and I am working on my first short film. I wrote it about 2 years ago, and I'm finally in production to create it. The film I wrote is called This Woman's Work. It was inspired by a personal experience I had. In college, I was sexually assaulted by a friend of mine one night when we went out together, and I've had a really hard time dealing with that experience. I've carried it into a lot of my relationships since then, and I want to take back the power of this thing that happened to me, and this is my way of expressing it by retelling the story and getting it out there to the masses. The story of This Woman's Work follows the character of Laura. She's a young girl in college who is having a good time with her friends, and she has an old friend from her past who's come to the same school as her, so she's trying to include him. His name is Jake. There are two main characters, and we follow them throughout the night. Basically, Jake ends up pushing the boundaries of his friendship with Laura and putting her in a compromising situation in which she's not sure if she should be standing up for herself or potentially hurting her friendship and the feelings of someone she's considered a lifelong friend. Every time I talk about this film with friends, family, I find that other young women and other young men have their own experiences, and I've become so angry hearing that it's so common. I'm sick of hearing of this just being how it is. That, oh, but this is what happens. It happens to everyone. That doesn't make it right, and I'm done allowing that to be okay. This is my way of handling that anger and channeling it into doing something good, bringing to light the conversation about what it means to consent and what it means to engage in a sexual relationship with someone, and to make sure that both parties are aware of the responsibilities in doing that. All the money donated to This Woman's Work through Indie Go Go will be going to the three main stages of production. That's pre-production, production in which you actually shoot the film, and post-production, which is when you edit and add music and things like that, and enter it into festivals, whatever comes from it. All of these stages have their own monetary requirements, whether it be in pre-production we have to get insurance to cover our people, we need workman's comp, we need to make sure that all of our ducks are in a row before we can actually shoot, location fees, getting our camera gear, getting our lighting gear, all of these things add up. During actual production, we need to be ready on the fly. If something goes wrong, we need to be able to have the money to fix it. We also need to feed our crew. It's a big part of a project like this. So many people are volunteering their time to be a part of this project. The least we can do is to feed them. And then we'll have post-production, in which we'll need to be able to fund editing. We're going to need to do color correction. We're going to need to add music. Music costs a lot of money, so figuring out if we need a composer, all these different things will be added expenses that are after you've even shot the film. Any donation that comes into Indie Go Go will be helping in one of those stages. You can even tell us if you'd like your money to go to a specific part of this production process. You let us know, we'll make sure that it's designated for that purpose. So I just want to go ahead and say a really big thank you to the people who have already been so helpful. My team has been an amazing group of people that have given up their time and their energy to help me make this production come to life. If you find that you are not in the position to donate money, which I completely understand, please share this link. Share it on your Facebook, tweet it, make sure your entire address book and your Gmail knows about it. Whatever you can do to get the message out there will be so helpful for us. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about it. I'm at this stage where I want to just make sure that people know about this and that we can start a conversation about a really important topic. So anything you can do to help will be greatly appreciated by me and my team. I'm really excited to be able to share it with all of you that can donate and all of you that can't. I still want to be able to share it with you. So again, thank you so much for what you can do, and I hope that you enjoy the finished product.